21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
Jason, what is the most rewarding part about being an email marketing specialist?
Well, I like to consider myself email and SMS. I think they're both in the same space, but I'm excited about SMS. I feel like it's got a really good future ahead of itself. The most exciting about SMS, even email, I mean, both of them to me, very similar platforms. But the thing that I'm most excited about is that with SMS especially, you can, like, we already know that 80-90% of our visitors are already on our mobile phone. And we can get their details, we can send them a text message, and they're already on the platform that they're ready to buy from anyway. And it's a simple ding. Everybody checks their text messages. I mean, if I were to ask you, can you reach your mobile phone right now? What's your answer? A little bit more hidden because you're in a podcast, but it's always within arm's reach. So that's, to me, that's the most rewarding thing, is being able to create a database of highly engaged people that I can then send my message to, and they're already ready to buy by clicking with the device that they're ready to go. So that's super exciting for me. It's such an engaging platform. Email is the same thing as well. Sometimes it can get lost in the promotions or whatever, but it's still such a fantastic platform because every single person has an email. And another exciting thing about email, where I have a method called the Trojan Horse method, where I get their email and I get their phone number, but the email is such a low risk. It's such an easy ask, right? There's no friction asking for an email. 95% of people are more than happy to give you their email. The phone number, not so much, but the method that I developed makes that easier. But that's the great thing about emails, is that it's such low risk. It's such no friction that it's very easy to get their email with a nice, enticing offer. And then all of a sudden, now they're on my database and I can message them 7 days a week if I want to about my product. And I'm a big believer in recency and frequency. I believe that if I'm the most recent and I'm the most frequent, when you're ready to buy, you'll buy from me.
Why should you opt for SMS instead of utilizing WhatsApp, for example?
That's a great question. I guess it's the software right now. The software, it's also just the ability, really. I think like WhatsApp, again, I think the cool thing about SMS is it's kind of your own platform, your own database. You own the subscribers. The moment we go into WhatsApp, we're like playing with Facebook again. And I like breaking away from Facebook. And I think like SMS it's our own almost independent platform where we can market on. Of course, we're lured by, we're kind of overloaded by like SMS carriers and TCPA laws. But for the better part, if you play the game right, that subscriber base is yours and you can text them as many times as you want. You can do whatever you want with it. I think with WhatsApp, I think it's still in a dangerous place that you're still at the beck and call of Facebook, really.
Have you attempted combining SMS messaging with bots? What was the outcome?
Yeah, we absolutely use, in different platforms. In e-commerce, not so much. It definitely can be done, but I find with e-commerce, it's a very quick sales cycle. It's very impulsive buying decisions. Most of the time, if you get them to make a decision within the first hour, they're going to buy. So for me, it's just very sexy offer and then direct sales pitch on the most effective platform, which in my experience is the SMS.
And what advice would you give to someone just getting started in email marketing?
The advice that I would give anybody every single time when they ask me, hey, like what would you give me? What advice would you give me? Is I'd simply say, get started today. The first thing I would do is install a pop-up on whatever website I'm on. Start to think of creative ways to capture emails. If you own a physical store, offer discounts, offer some sort of some sort of supplement or something that you can give your customer for giving you their email. Just literally get started collecting emails.
Yes, the irresistible offer.
The irresistible offer. I love to call it the mafia offer, like an offer they cannot refuse.
I like it.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my goal whenever I create a pop-up. My goal is then to create an offer that they cannot refuse, the mafia offer. I want an offer so goddamn good that the customer who says no thank you, I don't like savings, feels stupid clicking that button. So the first thing I'll be doing is creating pop-ups, start collecting emails, and literally just start sending at least twice a week. That's a bare minimum that you could do if you were going to get started with email. And then if you use my Trojan horse method, which is super, super simple, everybody has a pop-up tool. My favorite is Optimonk every single time, hands down. It integrates with all the platforms I use. It takes really good data. They're also moving into the personalization space, which I'd love to touch base on because that's some super exciting stuff that me and my business partner in Germany are playing with. And we're seeing some huge results. But the first thing I do is I grab a platform like Optimonk. I would then start with what I call like a curiosity, almost gamification style of asking for their email. So I usually do something like, hey, congratulations, you've unlocked a mystery discount. Enter your email and reveal your code. Once they reveal the code, instead of most people, they'll be like, hey, your 10% is here. Like, here's your code, go spend it. I actually then want to get them onto my SMS. So I find this is a great opportunity. Some companies will hold your discount code at ransom. Right? Have you ever been on a website, you said yes to the 10% discount code, and on the next page it said, just one more step, give us your phone number, and then we'll give you your code. And you're like, oh, that's very frustrating because I didn't sign up for that. I feel tricked. My wife, she loves going on fashion websites. She loves going on these health and beauty websites. And when they do it to her, she instantly clicks no because she feels tricked. Liam Neeson somewhere is sitting there saying, I will find you and I will kill you for holding this at ransom. And so what I did was instead, one day I was going to I was going to a McDonald's and I wasn't very hungry. So I wanted to get a medium meal, right? I wanted to get a regular. And I got to the front and I had my wallet and she goes, hey, would you like to upgrade that for just $1? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I didn't even think about it. Just instinctively, I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds good. And I realized the power in the word upgrade. So then I said to myself, how can I implement that in my strategy of capturing SMS? Well, instead of offering them a 10% discount, I will say mystery discount. The next page will be congratulations, your discount is 10%. How would you like to upgrade your discount code to 15%? Or my favorite that works every single time, how would you like to double your discount? I use a survey on Optimonk because if I use a survey and I say, yes, double my discount, or no, thanks, email is fine, I get to see the data on how many people are saying yes and no. And if you use double your discount, I often see 60 to 70% of people saying, yes, double my discount. And then they join my SMS list, which is gigantic. When I do my mystery discount if you do it at a very good time, it's probably like 30 seconds in. If it's if it's a nicely built pop-up and again, this is why I love Optimonk, is I can tailor mobile and desktop separately in the same pop-up. And that is gigantic. The difference that has made, like the brand, the Udi. Have you ever seen the Udi? The massive brand. Everybody loves the Udi. Originally, when I started with the Udi, they had 0 subscribers. They're now up to nearly 300,000 SMS subscribers in about 12 months. Their pop-up, they were using a very direct offer, get $25 off. I trialed my method of, hey, you've unlocked a mystery discount. They went from 8% conversion rate to 15%. Most of the time, I will see the mystery discount secure at least 10%. If it's built right with a great pop-up that's focused on mobile, you need a big fat button that says, reveal code. It needs to be very clickable, very obvious. And again, you can tailor that. Make sure that it fits exactly. And these are the things I think about when I'm building emails or when I'm building pop-ups. I want to know that when that pop-up comes up, I know as a user, my thumb sits down here. I want the call to action to be sitting on my thumb. So it's very easy to click. And I want it to be a big, fat, juicy button that's very simple to click. And it's not, it's more enticing. I want to click that. About 10% or more say yes to that. And then about 50% or more say yes to double my discount. So in effect, you've got 5% of your website visitors every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. If you run this for a whole year, 5% of your website traffic is turning into SMS subscribers. And then on top of that, my click rate so the way that I also use Postscript. Postscript is my favorite tool. The reason being, it integrates very well with OptiMonk. I see OptiMonk as a bridge, and it just helps me piece together everything in like such a really, really great way. Like it's highly converting pop-ups. It doesn't bother the load speed on your website. It's extremely effective, and it's always got all the integrations that I need. Right? So I use it as a bridge. And when I send it to Postscript, we use what we call a keyword reply. So when somebody, we do this 2-tap. So they go into the page where it says, yes, double my discount. And then we say, okay, join the SMS club and we'll send you a 20% discount code. Just join now. And then all the compliant language underneath it says you're joining our SMS. Once you click that button, it preloads your text message. So it opens your text message saying, send to subscribe. And then you click send, you join the text club, and we get an instant reply. And I'm talking seconds. And you get your text message sent to you. It says, here's your discount code. Just click to my language is, here's the discount code. And when I use Postscript, I put the discount code in using their like software. Once that's been seen on that customer's phone and they click the link, and I use click to activate your 20% discount code. Once they click that link, it is now already on their account and it's ready at checkout. So it limits the friction, and my click-through rates are 60 to 70%.
Yes, therefore you can take advantage of their strong emotions when they are still feeling them.
I think I read a study probably like 8 years ago now, and I could never find that study again, but it checks out to me because I've lived this life for about 8 or 9 years. If you can get somebody back on that store within the first hour, they're like 1,000 times more likely to buy. Anything after that hour, if you ever do email marketing, if you ever do text message marketing, you'll always see that very first email outperforms every single follow-up email by at least 10x.
Are there any particular niches that have had the most success with your strategies?
So I specialize in e-commerce. I don't really venture outside of e-commerce. However, even right now, me and my business partner are doing a lot of kind of like data matching at the moment, which is super, super interesting. We're managing to, get people's data. And this is actually really cool. I'm just going to side caveat real quick to this, because this is what's exciting about OptiMonk. They're going into this new space of personalization. And we're looking at things like data matching on, we have a platform that we use, and they have data on like 400 million people. So most of the time when somebody visits our website for the first time, we can kind of accurately measure who they are. We often know their first name, email. Sometimes if it's the right market, we'll buy the data to know like what's their credit score, how many houses do they own? And then using OptiMonk as well. And we're actually really starting to play with this. This is something I'm discussing with OptiMonk, see how we could bring this in. But it's like being able to use dynamic embedded content on a landing page that changes based on who you are. So if you visit our website and you've got 3 houses, I might say that this offer is good for people who own 3 or more houses, based in Australia, and blah, 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 blah. And then on top of it, there's actually something really cool that we're playing with, these dynamic, personalized websites based on the ad that people came from. So that's super exciting. So the way that OptiMonk can do that is they use CDNs, CDNs where it's basically like centralized data, and it's displayed on, I think it's like displayed on your local kind of server. So it caches it on your server, and then it sends it off to you. So wherever you are in the world, it's pretty rapid. They've got it at the moment where you can have personalized text. I don't know if they do it right now, but they're going to have personalized images. And say if you visit me from a certain ad. Say, for example, you've got collagen. Collagen can be good for so many different things. It could be good for your skin. It can be good for your hair. It can be good for your gut health. There's many different angles that you can choose, but we have the ability to trace the link that they came from. So if we control the ad and we say, hey, like, improve your hair growth with collagen, they click that link about the hair regrowth, we can actually show on the website specific headlines, specific copy based on that ad. So we have one landing page, but we have dynamic text based on where they clicked from. So I get super excited about that.
Okay, now could you please explain what return on investment, or ROI, yes, is, and why it's important to track?
Oh, absolutely. So return on investment, I believe, is kind of like, for me, it's like my key success factor, really. I'm a big believer in overall output. I don't specifically look at each channel and go, oh, like, what's the ROAS here and what's the... I'm a big believer, and I know that the UDI works this way as well, is it's more of a marketing input and output. They look at email, SMS, Google, Facebook, all of these things as a combined channel, and they need to know their ROI going out. They don't really care if email or SMS or whatever. They will know, of course, they know their ROAS on Facebook and stuff like that. But overall, they want to know how much have they spent this month on advertising, how much have they made? What is the return on investment? And it is such a key metric going into things like email or SMS. I mean, you're still going to do it regardless. If you are profitable, do it. And that's really the way that I look at it. I look at return on investment is this marketing channel profitable? Yes. And then I say, well, how can I improve it? Looking at what's my ROI? What is my return on investment on this automation? What is my return on investment on this abandoned cart, on this pop-up? What do I need to do to tweak it to make the ROI go up? But overall, I'm looking, what is the overall market? Like, what budget am I putting in and what am I getting out? What is my ROI? I call it ROAS these days because pretty much everyone calls it ROAS. Even if it's SMS, I still call it ROAS.
Can you tell us more about the 100% refund guarantee you offer?
Yeah, myself personally, I've been in this space for so long that I've created a system that I've probably used on 450 brands or more by now. And I've been doing it for that long that I've developed a system that I am absolutely, utterly convinced that I can get anybody results. Of course, you have to meet a certain criteria. I can't be working with somebody who has no results because I'm an email and SMS guy. I'm like fuel to the fire. Right? If you're already doing well, I can make that fire burn brighter. But my guarantee is simple. It's that if I work with you and we seem like we're a good fit and we want to work together, whatever you spend on me, I will make sure that you get a profit for life. Like, you'll get your return investment plus a profit for life with my system. And if you don't, I'll either work for free until you do, or if I can't do it, I'd give you your money back. But I've never had a brand I can't get a return on investment plus a profit.
Could you provide further detail about the client testimonials featured on your website?
Yeah, to be honest, I should be doing way better with these testimonials. They're like, it's something that I've had work for so long that I've not needed to capture new ones. So I'm just always constantly busy with those. But the ones that I have at the moment, there's some great like entrepreneurs and business owners on there. One of my favorite ones is a guy called Matt Orlick. I think he's a phenomenal human being. He's ran a bunch of really, really good e-commerce brands. One of them specifically in Australia is called Elite Supplements Australia. And when I started working with him, he was doing something like 16% in total revenue through his email. And I took him from 16% to like 32%. So if you could imagine that one channel doubles in revenue, what would that mean to his ad spend? What would that mean to all the opportunities that he's chasing? And that's just one. I mean, I've got a new brand I'm working with right now. When I started working with him, I think he was at like maybe 10% of total revenue on email. We're now up of 30. So we've gone up 20% there, almost 3x. For those of you who don't know of me, I have been doing this for about 8 and 9 years now, probably going on 9 years. And I've been specifically focused in email and SMS marketing the entire time. And I've actually generated probably north of $140 million through those channels. And this morning I actually looked, and just one of the brands that I'm working with, just one brand alone cracked $17 million in SMS alone. It was at $17 million on 1,000 this morning. And I was like, yes, I broke the 17 million. So I know, and I feel like I used to have a really good presence in this space. If you ever asked, if somebody was like Jason K. Williamson, be like, oh, I've heard of that guy. That's who I am. If you just go on jasonkwilliamson.com, if you just want to jump on a call and, just kind of discuss things, see if we work together.
21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.